We are here with Coach Jeremie Burns of the Ozark Hillbillies. Coach, you're starting your 12th year at Ozark.
At 12 as a head coach, so it's been a awesome ride so far. And then this is my 25th year overall. So I've coached four at Alma. Started off at Ozark for three, and then went back to Alma for four, and then been back ever since about 2005.
8-3 last year overall. Boy, you ran into a very good CrossFit team in the playoffs.
CrossFit had a lot of talent. The quarterback and running back, we had a hard time, getting him stopped. So hopefully those guys have graduated and moved on.
Conference champions last year, 6-0. This group of seniors, they've only lost one conference game. What's the expectations of this bunch?
It's high, it's we rep it every day. Talk to them about the expectations as being a hillbilly, and if we have a bad day, we rep it and get better. And but yeah, it's a big expectation to win the conference championship every year.
Gosh, you've got, of course, Eli Massingale rushed for 1,002 yards and 14 touchdowns. Landon Wright back, 1,003 yards and 15 touchdowns. Man, it's nice to have two guys like that coming back.
We got big play guys coming back. It makes the coach's life a lot easier, having to work on some offensive line, trying to figure out the different scenarios there. But when you got skilled guys coming back like that, it makes it a lot easier.
Well, and that was the next thing. You've got those guys coming back, but you lost an offensive line that maybe is the best in school history.
Yeah, we had some big guys. It started with R.J. Carnes at center, and then we had our left guard, Briar Yates. He's going to play at Hendricks. And then my nephew, Brock Burns, he's went on to walk on at U of A with a preferred walk-on. So at least three quality guys like that. We got to replace a bunch.
Who are some guys that you're looking at coming in on the offensive line and shoring that up?
Yeah, Britton Powell at center, and then also Spencer Larson, and then we got Riley Griffin at left guard, and then the tackle spot is Hitcher, Logan Hitcher, and he's going to work in some there at the left tackle spot.
How are they looking?
Doing good. Like I said, we're trying to see, do we need to spend more time with them on offense, or does the guy need to spend more on defense and rotate in? So we're just working on our rotation right now, but they're coming along really good.
Defensively, you've got a couple of guys coming back that you can count on too. Kyle Archer, 107 tackles, first on your team, 5 for loss. Gavin Gilbreth had 9 sacks, which led the team last year. So are those two guys that you're kind of center the defense around?
Well, Kyle, he had some medical issue this summer, so he's just going to concentrate on getting healthy, and he's going to come back in basketball season, so he's not going to play football this year. But then Gavin Gilbreth, real big, and he's going to help us on offense as well. He's a good running back, had a real big junior high. Worked a little bit there last year, but this year he'll be both ways, Gavin, and so looking for some big things from him.
Who are some other guys you're looking at on defense that's going to have to help you?
Defense, again, up front, Britton Powell's one, kind of working over there. Danny Dukes has had a good spring and summer on the defensive line. Also, Jonathan Hurt, he's made some big plays there as well. Eli Gilstrap coming up from junior high, he's going to play at linebacker for us. And then Gunnar Williams, he's another one, a little guy, plays really hard, got a big motor. He'll play some offense and linebacker as well too. So I'm looking for those guys up front.
You guys, the Hillbillies, are switching to the 4A1 conference this year from the 4A4. What's that? How's that difference look for you?
Big logistics, really. I mean, we're going to have some 2-hour trips to Berryville, Green Forest, things like that. Gravette is also in the conference, so just kind of, knowing what time to leave to be one, and then the uncertainty of not knowing, how they're going to adjust to us. We've been in that other conference for a while, so if we adjusted one way, we knew what Pottsville or Darnell was going to do. So just getting to know some of these other teams. We've seen Elkins, some on film. We traded some film early with some of those other teams, so we kind of get an idea from last year. But then Lincoln, we saw them in team camp, has some big kids as well. So this is going to be a challenge going into that new conference.
Well, because that conference is going to have some good quarterbacks. Of course,
yes,
Lincoln has Drew Moore. Of course, Elkins has, 2 really good quarterbacks, one that's moved in from Greenwood. Huntsville, you saw their quarterback last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So is maybe containing some of those quarterbacks a big key.
Exactly. Keep the hands out of those guys that can throw it and sling it around so much. I know Elkins, Coach Watson was really liking his group that was coming back. He was saying they had a real good crew and had some guys coming up from junior high, I think, as well to help. So it's going to be a big challenge to keep the ball away from those guys. But that's kind of our mentality is to run the ball and control the clock anyway. So play some good defense. So hopefully we'll be able to still work with that.
Well, and before you even get into conference, man, you guys always play a tough non-conference schedule, including a preseason scrimmage game. You've scrimmaged Maumelle the last couple of years.
Yeah.
This year, of course, you're scrimmaging Alma, so they're going to let you know where you stand pretty quick, aren't they?
Exactly. We do it on purpose to scrimmage some of these bigger teams that are going to give us a challenge to get us ready for conference, and it's a gauntlet to go through. We got three big rivalry games with Clarksville and Boonville and Charleston, and once you get through that, it's kind of take a breather right there because you got a lot of state championships with all those teams and things. So if you can make it through those guys and get better as we go, that's what we did last year. We played a tough Clarksville team and then moved on to Boonville. Had a couple injuries with Eli and Landon, and then they just whipped us, up front, and then came back and played Charleston really, really well, and then rolled into conference after that. So that's what non-conference is for.
Well, I wish the Hillbillies success this year. I look forward to watching them play, and this is Coach Jeremie Burns of the Ozark Hillbillies.